Hello everyone, and welcome to So Many Games All the Time. My name is Joachim, and I'm here with Evangelos, who is new to the channel, obviously. And I met you 8 years ago?
8 years ago, yeah.
And that's when I introduced him to board games, and
the rest is history.
yeah.
Very expensive history.
Yeah. But Kickstarter's happy that we do all that kind of stuff. So today, as you could have seen, or as you saw, or as you have seen, bloody English, in the thumbnail, we're going to do the 20 upcoming Kickstarters, I guess, the deliveries that we're looking forward to.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kickstarter will be back that we're excited about.
Yeah, exactly. Some of them are not in there because they either just arrived or whatever, but we'll talk about that more later. So today we're doing 20-11, and then there's another 10-1, and with some honorable mentions at the end. So without further ado, I guess we should get started. And you want to go first or me?
Okay, I'll go with my number 20.
Okay.
My number 20 is 11. The reason why it's 20, well, I love football, love soccer, and I don't know how many hours of my life I wasted on Football Manager. So I think this is the kind of game I've always dreamed of on a board game. Though the reason why it's number 20 is I have some concerns about it. Mm-hmm. I'm not so sure of how abstract it is. Mm-hmm. I don't know if the game engine works, because I saw some strange tactics or strange elements on that.
Yeah.
Also, I'm not so sure how deep the actual strategy part of it is.
Yeah.
I don't know if it will be as good as, say, Pret a Porter, also by Portal Games. Mm-hmm. So I have my concerns, but I'm excited. I'm excited about the solo mode. I'm excited about the World Cup versions, things like that.
Yeah, it's a lot of boxes as well, no?
Yes, but I'm sure they're very big, though.
Okay. So I definitely spend a lot of time on Football Manager as well.
Yeah.
And when we both put our lists in PubMeeple, I have no idea what's on his list, by the way. But when we both put our lists in PubMeeple, I can say that 11 was on there. But I guess we'll have to wait until the whole list is finished to see if it's in my top 20 or not. Yeah, we'll see. Okay. But definitely worth it. And I've heard about reservations as well.
Yes, as I said, I'm excited about like that stadium dice tray. I think it looks really cool.
It looks really nice because you talk about Football Manager, but you also have stuff like Player Manager before that, where you actually had your stadium, and then you could actually see it go bigger.
So again, I'm as I said, I'm not sure how deep the strategy is, and I'm not sure if it's too abstract.
Yeah.
That's all. That's my
okay. All right.
Sure.
Okay. So for my number 20, it is Race, Formula 90 2nd edition. Now, I've got a thing with race games. I've got Flamme Rouge, I've got CFR, Champions League Formula Racing. I've got the rally one, who I always forget. Whatever, I'll put it on the screen again. In my last video, I also forgot the name. Blah, 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 rally. I pre-ordered Heat, the one as well. So I like games that give you a competition. That you can actually have okay, I'm going to have 10 games. I'm going to see how everything evolves. And Race 90 Formula Edition, it offers that because it even comes with, I think, 16 cars. So they really want people to have a cup and to have different things. And mechanic-wise, it has the typical things that a racing game would have. But I kind of want to see, I'm really curious to see how it really plays once I get it. But once again, it kind of feeds into I want to have a campaign, but then with races. Like the one I'm doing now with GFR, I want to do one with Flamme Rouge as well. And that's the reason why that's on my list. Thunder Rally, another one. I actually rebought that. I sold it and I bought it again because I know there's a solo mode now and there wasn't before.
I've been there.
So so mine is and you saw the pictures as well pass by with some more details. But you'll see me when I explain my games, I'm a little bit vague because when I back them, I'm super excited and then I don't look at them for a long time. So I need to refresh my memory from time to time. But yeah, okay, that's my number 20. So let's move on to number 19.
Okay, my number 19 is Divinus. Divinus
Ah,
by Lucky Duck Games.
yeah.
I'm really excited about this game. Destiny's was great. And what's really exciting about this is a legacy game, a pure competitive legacy game, that is app driven. So I think that could make the possibilities of that is very exciting.
Yeah.
So I think, and plus they got the scannable stickers and
Scannable stickers.
yes, what happens now is that they're not using barcodes.
Oh, okay.
They've got picture-driven stickers, and then you can put them on the card, and it doesn't hit.
It's much better than the detective series because those
Exactly.
are
Barcodes, right? And this was a clumsy, so they got that. So it's app-driven. They always put stickers onto the dice. So it's a dice manipulations.
Okay.
It's a tile laying game. It's a campaign. So it's, as I also said, I think it's exciting that it's a legacy-driven game that's using an app, and it's by Lucky Duck Games, which are they've so far they haven't disappointed me.
I'm literally Googling it now because I think this is the one that I thought about backing, and in the end, Divinus, yeah. I think I just need to see the picture to think. I was so close to backing this as well.
But also the theme, and that's one of the theme the theme that you'll see in my theme.
Yeah.
That it has this Greek gods versus Nordic gods
Like
theme.
Lords of Hellas.
but now they're going against each other, and the art is great. Yeah. So this was number 19 because I'm not sure about how good it will be, but I think there's a lot. I'm very excited about the possibilities of an app-driven legacy game.
But the reason why I didn't back it, because basically probably everything you say that I don't have on my list, I probably want to back too. Because you have to make choices at one point.
Yeah, I know.
And okay, this is not good to do in a video, but this month now in Kickstarter is another crazy month where I would back 30 different projects, but in the end you don't do that, of course, because you're not crazy. But yeah, good to know that you backed it. Yeah. At least I know where I can play it. Maybe. Okay, my 19, and actually, like talking about games that might be on both our lists. I'm not sure if it will be, but how many crossovers do you think we would have? We're already a little bit in now, but
I'd say at least 5.
Okay.
5 to 8. Maybe.
Okay, I'm gonna go for 9. I was gonna say 10, but I say 9. Might be a lot, but we'll see. Anyway, my game used to be a lot higher. For sure, I think it would have been one for a long time. But its predecessor soured a little bit over time because of the group I gamed with. And the one that I'm talking about now is Frosthaven.
Yeah.
I'm still looking forward to it, but not as much because of 2 reasons. I didn't back the insert, and you cannot get the insert anywhere anymore. And
is it the folded space one?
Folded space or the laser rocks. They're both not available for purchase. They're all grayed out, so I guess they're out of stock or whatever. Or they're waiting for it to arrive to people, but then you still have to order it. It's crazy expensive, the laser rocks, 110 euros for an insert. But anyway, aside from that, with Gloomhaven, you really need to have a group of people who play. But then I also shot myself in the foot because now that I have the YouTube channel, it doesn't lean towards campaign games because I'm always reviewing and playing more and more and more. I think I'm going to be playing this solo, so it went down a little bit. Because like I said, you need to have a good group. In our group, the problem was that some people didn't really care about rules and other people did. That was me. So, it depends. But I am very curious though about all the changes that happened to Frosthaven, because of course it can't be the same. It is even bigger than before. So I think I'll still be overwhelmed when I get it, and I'll be super happy. But I think I need it in my hands to really reach that point. Because at the moment, also with all the stuff that happened throughout the campaign about wokeness and fantasy and all that kind of stuff, it all kind of takes away from the momentum, I feel.
What about playing solo? Would you play it solo?
Yeah, I played Gloomhaven solo for a while. The downside is, I don't know if that's going to be a problem with Frosthaven, but the downside is some of the life goals that make your characters retire much easier to get with like 4 people or at least other people.
Okay.
If you play solo, you'd have to really push towards certain things, and
Because I played Jaws of the Lion solo, and it was a good experience. But I haven't played the full Gloomhaven.
I have Jaws of the Lion, but I stopped after 2 campaigns because I found it too annoying. I wasn't playing Gloomhaven. And the tutorial was like, okay, can I do what I want? No, I can't do it yet. Okay, can I do it? No, I can't do it yet. And then, but I was playing with somebody else who then moved away. So then I kind of stopped.
Will you back the miniatures campaigns coming up?
Well, I almost did on Etsy. Because on Etsy you have a guy with a shop who also has like miniatures for all the summons and everything that look really nice. So I almost backed that, but then the group fell apart. So in the end I didn't. But I have a bunch of stuff, like I have terrain and everything. I have like the element board that's really, like nicely etched wood and everything. I have the whole shebang. But it's just like, it soured at one point, and it's like, at one point, so bad that I was like, I don't want to see the game anymore. It's in the luggage. It's not on my shelf. But now it's getting better already. I'm open to restarting and everything. And I thought about I'll play first Jaws of the Lion, then Gloomhaven, then Frosthaven. But I think we're talking about years then.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, the game is Frosthaven, and as usual, you've seen a bunch of pictures now. So I'm not going into the mechanics of it all because it's basically Gloomhaven with some changes, and then
the city building looks interesting though.
Yeah, and also like there's no more coins. They the coins are now on the cards, for example, and stuff like that. So yeah, it's and I'm curious about all different characters now, and then you can mix and match everywhere. So.
It did not make my list. I did back it, but I think I have the same reservation as you.
Yeah. So maybe it became a bit too big for its own good, but we'll see.
Yeah,
let's see. At least we got it at a good price.
That's true. Okay, 18, right? My number 18 is Skyrise.
Ooh, okay.
By Roxley Games.
Yeah.
It's just a beautiful production. It's just beautiful. It's like they did Bros, and there was a stunning production, and it just looks like an interesting game. It has this weird spatial auction mechanic. It has this incredible 3D board, and they talk about deduction, trying to work each other out, and just the theme as well with these people from history like Fexlang and the art by Bosley. He's one of the best artists out there. It's just one of those games that I'm intrigued, I'm excited. I don't know a lot about it, how to work, but I don't care. It was one of those games that...
It's one of those games that...
you just say yes. I didn't even look at the rule book, I don't care. It's just too beautiful not to.
Yeah. It's one of those that I was very close to backing as well, because I'm a Roxley fanboy.
Yeah.
But I'd have to check what else came out during that time because my money went elsewhere. I don't know where. Maybe it's still on the list. But I know which one you're talking about. I can picture it very vividly.
Yes.
Yeah, and now I'm jealous. But it's normal, it comes with the territory. But for sure. I need to try it for sure. But then Roxy Games always come back to retail as well, or they'll have another Kickstarter down the line with some expansions maybe.
But I think there's certain elements is Kickstarter exclusive, like the 3D board.
Yeah,
and some of the miniatures, building miniatures.
Okay, give me some hope here. Maybe they do like rally, like Steampunk Rally Fusion,
maybe.
Similar, and then
Yeah, fair enough.
Who knows? My number 18 has caused me heartache. But not as much as something else on my list. But my number 18 is Marvel Zombies.
Yes.
Why did it cause me heartache? Because single wave shipping. So when everybody gets the base game, I'm going to have to wait at least God knows how many months.
Was that by choice or by mistake?
By mistake, I was 2 days late. And it was grayed out and no more options. So very, very sad. But then I'm always telling myself, but then everything's gonna come together and it's gonna be so nice. But okay, first of all, I don't have any Zombicides. Never played it, never touched it. Always thought about it, but never pulled the trigger. And then Marvel Zombies came out and I was like, you know what? Okay, This one I'm gonna go for. I know there's one out now, right? Like a stripped down version that you can buy.
Yes, you go on Amazon.
Yeah, but I'm not interested. I
It's
don't
like
want
standees and things. Right?
Yeah, but I don't want, not interested. I don't want to spoil it. I want to wait for everything to arrive and everything. And just the idea of having Marvel, the whole zombies thing, really appeals to me. I'm a bit sad that not all Marvel heroes are zombies, because apparently Marvel wanted to protect some of them. They can't be zombies, like Spider-Man, for example. If I'm not mistaken, he's not a zombie.
I thought I saw him, but
Yeah, could be. Hopefully I'm
maybe
wrong.
not.
But I thought some of them were protected that couldn't be a zombie because of, whatever. Or maybe I misread that. But
how many miniatures are there? There's hundreds of them, right?
yeah, I know.
You've got enough there.
Yeah. I mean, you're the painter now. You paint a lot more often than I do. I do it only during the holidays.
Yeah,
And,
fair enough.
The holidays.
I've only got Zombicide, Black Plague, and I felt like I don't need any more after that.
Yeah.
Because I really like the aesthetic of Black Plague, so I didn't buy back the Marvel one.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I totally understand that, because Marvel is everywhere these days. So I don't back I didn't back Marvel Dice Throne because
You didn't.
no,
You did.
because I mean, I read yesterday someone saying that they use their Marvel heroes to run through Dice Throne adventures, but then I don't want to fight goblins with Doctor Strange or whatever. And I always said from the beginning, if they do an adventures based on Marvel, you got me. Take my money immediately. But just standalone, it's weird to say, but I don't like Dice Throne enough by itself to then get even more people, and I don't feel like it fits in the theme of Dice Throne Adventures to use it there. Even though
it's a two-player game, which is really difficult sometimes to table.
Yeah, that's why, and I like Dice Throne Adventures much more than Dice Throne, because it really uses that cool mechanic, but then in a bigger game, exploration, all that kind of stuff. Even though I did back Santa Claus and Krampus, but that's because it came with DTA goodies and everything as well.
Okay.
And I can still see that kind of whatever, during Christmas as a joke.
Yeah.
But I mean, maybe one day I'll pick up Marvel, but Dice Throne. But now it becomes a Marvel Dice Throne thing instead of a Marvel Zombies. But I am really excited about Marvel Zombies. I didn't get Galactus because that was too much. Not the money, but just it's too much.
The question: will you paint it?
I wouldn't mind painting it, to be honest. I wouldn't mind. But game-wise, I thought it's kind of stupid to have such a big mini. Yeah. Yeah. I want to paint everything. I just need more time. I have too many kids. Okay, so that's Marvel Zombies. Yeah.
Okay. My number 17 is Frostpunk. I love the game. I don't know if you played the game.
My wife has played it. She likes city builders, and I put her onto it because I wanted to play it. And in the end, she played it, and I watched. It looks cool.
And it's made by the same designers as This War of Mine. And what's great about that is just these brutal decisions you have to make in the game.
Yeah.
And these really moral, questionable choices you have to make.
And a cool big tower.
And the cube tower is cool.
Yeah.
Obviously, maybe it looks cooler on the Kickstarter page than in reality.
No, if you paint it.
Fair enough. But I'm talking about how it drops out and all that.
Yeah.
But I just think it's just a really cool aesthetic. This frost-driven world. There's harsh decisions you have to make. This surreal
stuff like child labor, right?
That's right. There's these moral decisions you have to make.
Yeah.
And it just gives more weight to the game, right? The decisions you make. Plus, apparently, it has it's quite narrative, has scenario based, so different scenarios with different narrative storylines and different mechanics for every scenario. I just think it's a very interesting game. It should be coming out soon.
It's another one that I, at last minute, didn't back. Because the reason why is because I didn't play the computer game that much, and I thought, am I really going to like this enough to play? Because I figured it's going to be very difficult.
Yes, I think it will be difficult, and I think that's by design.
And then I need to like the theme more. I thought the theme was okay. Like, for example, Robinson Crusoe or whatever, I think I lean more towards that, even though I know in advance it's going to be super difficult. But yeah, I don't know. So I think that's what kept me from backing it too much. Even though that my reasoning is all over the place, because I backed the the other one that's based on a computer game, the Rock Galactica, whatever it is.
Oh yes, I didn't back that one.
I don't know. I installed it. I was like, oh, this looks cool, and then I backed the game, and then I played the game for 2 days, and then I didn't anymore. We'll see. Anyway, I diverged again.
See, I'm not really crazy about cooperative games.
Mm-hmm.
I really prefer competitive, but I just thought this one is a unique one.
Is it competitive?
No, it's cooperative.
Okay.
So I don't usually like.
Yeah.
So I thought this was the one I should get.
Yeah. You can play it solo as well, I imagine, very easily.
Simple.
Yeah, it's cool. I'm curious to see what you think about it.
Yeah.
Although my wallet doesn't. So, that was 17, right?
Yes.
See what I have for 17. Deep Rock Galactic was that one. But that's not in my top 20. Okay, the next one is actually here in the room. Is Dead Reckoning. That's what I'm looking forward to. Even though it's a second Kickstarter, a second printing, and many people might have, I've got that game, sure, yeah. I know there were some problems with the ship, apparently.
Yes.
But I'm hoping they fixed that with the second Kickstarter. But just basically the same guy who did...
John C. Clay.
Yeah, John, yeah. Who did, what's it called again? I used to own it, and then I sold it, the card creation game as well. The one he started with, basically. Mystic Vale, yeah. The guy who did Mystic Vale, I always liked Mystic Vale, but in the end, I thought it was too light, and I sold it before all the expansions. Probably should have kept it, but whatever. And then now the theme is so much more interesting.
Yes.
With Dead Reckoning. I saw the cards, the exploration that you can do, so many different directions that you can go, and
the Cube Tower.
Always.
Which one's cooler? This one, the boat, or the generator, the heat generator from Frostpunk? I think mine was cooler.
I think yours is cooler as well, because yours isn't known for problems.
Not yet, at least.
And isn't there a ship cardboard?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's also like meh. Cardboard stuff. For example, I always diverge, but anyway, Monsters on Board, you played that one?
Yeah.
So it also had cardboard cars, but I backed the plastic ones, and it's way better. They might not look as cool unpainted, but the other ones are already falling apart. So it is what it is. So yeah, in that case, I think definitely your tower is more impressive. Yep. But yeah, I'm really curious because I like everything. I like Sid Meier's Pirates and everything. I have. See, that's the annoying part about my brain. Every time I need to say something or refer to something, I forget about it.
It also has a campaign system, which is quite nice.
Yeah.
Which I think is also interesting too.
Especially if you have the options, right? It doesn't have to be campaign, right?
No,
so,
it's nice to have it, especially if you want to do it solo.
Yeah, exactly. So you can just, whatever you feel like it, you can then go into that direction. I was thinking about the other pirate games I have, but once again, I can't find the names. So let's just...
Merchants of Marauders?
Yes, that one. And the easier one where you go around, very light. Jamaica, yeah. See? I cannot think about these names when I'm talking. It's really annoying. And I don't want to pause the video and then go look for it because it'd be super annoying to you, so I'm not going to do that. Anyway, my brain. Your turn.
16, I think might be on your list because I think we spoke about it, is Beast. One versus Many is a game I really enjoy.
It is. It's not a crossover because it's on 39. I'll explain why. Yeah, go.
No, I think I really do enjoy the one versus many genre, and this one looks really unique. There's like I think 6 beasts, 6 monsters, all unique. So that makes every game different. If you're playing the monster, every game will be different. It has a really interesting draft mechanism where you get a card that gives you a benefit, but then you might have to pass it on. And the monster might get the card that gives them a special power, but then also you're trying to synergize with the people in your team, the hunters. So you're trying to synergize the card you draft that you work, and then you can always kind of work out what the monster can kind of work out what cards everyone else has. Yeah. I think it's very interesting. I like the fact that there's 2 maps. There's a 2-3 player map side, and there's a 4 player side. The setting's amazing. This like Predator style future jungle system. So I just
special art as well.
Special art. The art is very unique. It also has a day-night phase. I just think it's bringing something new to the genre, which I really like Fury Dracula. I really like Narcos and those games. I really do enjoy the one versus many, the hidden movement one. So I just think this is being something new, and I'm looking forward to it.
Well, that's the problem that I have. I don't have any hidden movement games. I used to have Nuns on the Run a long time ago, but it was kind of light, not a bad game. But I didn't have one, and then I saw Beast, and I thought this looks interesting. I just want one in my collection. Just if I have enough people, it's cool to do. And I mean, I used to have Battlestar Galactica as well, but whatever. Yeah, that's more hidden traders thing than something else. Yeah. So I thought it looked cool, but I'm not crazy excited. I'm more like reserved.
I'm a little disappointed there's no miniatures.
Ah, yeah.
That'd be really cool if they got little standees, but...
Yeah, maybe it would suddenly be number 2 then.
Yeah, probably.
Because I eat with my eyes, I buy with my eyes.
We all do that. But I just think it's a genre I really enjoy, and I just think it's unique and interesting.
Yeah, for sure. And like I said, the art is also really appealing. I think if you're playing it, people will be like, oh, what's this? I think it might really spark interest. Yeah, so it's not, I think my number 9 crossover is going to be...
I think I just said 5 in the beginning. Because I know your taste. Oh.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
So superficial. Okay, that was 17, right?
16.
16, yeah, sorry. Okay, my number 16 is Voidfall. Yeah, so basically I'm a sucker for 4X space games, and this is from Mind Clash, right?
Yes.
And I'm also a sucker for Mind Clash. Anachrony. Oh my god, I was able to find the name of the game. Amazing. So it was basically an instant back when I saw Space, 4X, Mind Clash games. I was unsure a little bit about the corruption that creeps in during the game, right? That got me a little bit reserved. But then I saw some playthroughs and I thought this could work. And also the different factions that you have seem very different in the set. But then that happened with Anachrony as well and so on. Yes. So it's probably going to be a little bit of a chore to get to learn the game, because most of their games they don't really have simple games. But yeah, just visually it looks outstanding. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff to like about Voidfall. Mostly the aesthetics, the fact that it's 4X, the fact that it's asymmetric. Not 100% sure about the corruption thing. That's why I guess it's not higher. And spoiler alert, it's not the only 4X game. We'll see which ones though, because there were several.
I think the one you're talking about is the one I'm thinking about pledging.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
So that was my 16 Voidfall.
Okay. My number 15 is Tamashi. Yes. Awakened Realms. Mm-hmm. I just think it has they say it's lighter, it's part of the Awakened Realms light.
Yeah.
It just has, I love cyberpunk. And it just has this really unique neon look to it. Yeah. And they say it's a cooperative game, but also has some competitive scenarios. It can be soloed. It's as I said, scenario based. It's this expanding map. You can augmentate your character. It's like UX.
It had a different name first, right?
Yes, apparently that was a kind of a slur.
Yeah. Because I'm thinking, it's not on my list. Because I thought I backed it, but I just checked. That's why I was rudely looking at my phone.
Did you back it on the wrong name? Did you write down the wrong name?
I think I ended up not backing it in the end, because I just checked your pledge. There's nothing to see here. Okay. So I think I ended up not backing it. But yeah, it looked really, really cool. Very neon, Japanese.
Exactly. And it's just a certain genre that we don't have a lot of.
At that point, when that came out, there were multiple games doing something similar, right? But not as good as nice.
I usually trust Awakened
Realms.
Hacking
stuff and everything.
Yeah. And usually with Awakened Realms, I'm pretty much a fanboy, so which is kind of a hint for later on. But I just think it was just a very beautiful game. It just, and I said cyberpunk theme, the look, everything, just.
Yeah, I like the hacking puzzle looked very interesting as well.
Exactly, and then you build up the cards, build up your character, and also beautiful miniatures.
Always beautiful miniatures. Yeah.
If it's the miniatures, the theme always pulls me in.
Yeah. It's just and Awakened Realms has been getting better and better, because I think you could arguably say that Tainted Grail had all the looks, but the gameplay wasn't 100%
Yeah,
there.
I'll talk about that later.
But since then, they've improved.
Yes.
Yeah, every game they've released.
Yes.
So, yeah. Okay, so
15.
15, yeah. Because I keep forgetting where I am. All right, so mine is actually a game that has already come out as well, to be honest. It's also a second printing, and that's Foundations of Rome.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you have it?
Yes, I got it.
I got it. Okay. Is it good?
Yes, it's very light.
Okay, yeah.
It is. It is overproduced.
Not literally, though.
No, it's huge. But yeah, you talk about it. Tell me why you put it back.
Well, I backed it because in the beginning I didn't back it because it's huge and
Yes.
because it's light, and I was like, it's so expensive. Why? Just why? And then I saw videos and I saw people talk about it, and then it started to itch. And I was like, actually, I realized a while ago, a couple of months ago, one of my friends said, oh, yeah, so we're coming over to play. It's going to be one of those long, serious games again, right? And I was like, actually, yeah, all my light games are either at school, and there's not that many. I basically all have Euros or long games, or like, oh, let's get in. And I don't have any light, so I need more light games that I think are really cool and that really fits the bill, especially painted. Have you painted yours?
I haven't painted it yet, but did not get the washed version.
I also
the
did.
intention to paint it.
Yeah, I also didn't because of that. Yeah, because
Yeah.
painted it must look amazing, and yeah, just the fact that you're building up your whole city and it actually looks like it. Like I've been playing Magna Roma, those are just tiles, right? And it's just tiles. But if it's like actual physically, I mean, it's become a huge industry. The minis and everything, and
Yes.
and I love it. So it's really, yeah, it scratches that itch. The whole theme as well is really nice, and with the foundations of the new, what's it called, the new expansion that's with the new printing.
Oh, something Fortune, wasn't it?
Yeah, something with fortunes, Road of Fortune.
Something like that,
Something
yeah.
like
I think it's Road of Fortune.
Yeah, so that is even more stuff, adds even more stuff. So
And apparently fits in the big box.
yeah, so even better. So I'm really excited about that. But how do you feel about it?
No, I think you're right. It's good to have this, what they call like this welcoming game that's not just tiles on this bland look, because that's usually what happens. The lighter games are usually kind of bland.
Yeah.
And to have this overproduced game that's also accessible to everybody kind of might entice people more to the hobby too.
Just the idea is like, oh, let's play an easy, simple game.
And here's something, and just the idea that you're building the city out, you know, and they got historical buildings there too, so you also recognize some of the buildings there.
One thing that turned me off initially was just seeing all the numbers on the board. I was like, what is that? But then, that's why you should never judge a book by its cover, whatever, all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, it won me over in the second printing.
Yes.
So, yeah.
That's why they made it.
I wonder if a certain game is on your list, second printing wise. But we'll see.
I didn't know. I said I didn't do any second printings and I didn't do any expansions.
Okay. So Euthia is not on your list?
No.
Okay. Did you back it though?
I'm on the $1 pledge at the moment. Still
Okay.
hovering on the trigger.
I'll organize a session. It's really
Yes.
good. Okay, so that's Foundations of Rome. That's my 15.
My 14 is Yucatan. Because Innes, Kemet, Cyclades, and it's the same designer as Kemet. You can't go wrong, right? Metago, dudes in the map, they invented the genre.
Yeah.
The Simon just copied them. The dudes in the map game with the monsters. And it just seems interesting. The circular board, the temple with the sacrifices.
The minis.
The minis, of course, because without saying. And it just seems, that the whole sacrifice movement, production, there's a bit of resource management. I don't know if it will work together, but it just looks cool. And just that dark aesthetic too, with the monsters. Yeah, I cannot be silent.
That is one that I didn't back because all the games that you mentioned, they're all kind of like I like Blood Rage, but like Rising Sun and Kemet I played as well. It all just is a bit,
I really enjoy it.
I don't have that itch, so I don't need to scratch.
No, it's a genre I really enjoy,
and
also enjoying painting the miniatures and all that. So
okay, so but it definitely looks really, really pretty. That's also a reason why I want to have Lords of Hellas just to get the big statues
Yes.
and then paint it.
Yes.
Did you paint those?
No, because I did the sun dropped.
Ah, okay.
And now
That looks
I'm
impressive already.
Oh, I think it would look cool if it was painted. So I'm thinking about just painting over it.
But I think then you should play with my house rule, even though I don't own the game, and that is you start with the buildings
so they're
already
distracting
built.
So they're destroying the building.
Yeah, but at least it looks pretty for a while.
Sure.
Okay, so number 14, right?
Yep.
14 for me is, I don't even know if I'm pronouncing it correctly. It's Malaya,
Yes.
Lands of Legends.
Yes.
I was on the fence, but I really like the idea of, I guess Gloomhaven started that a little bit, of having a campaign game where you have your somewhere on a map exploring, having the actual adventure, and then you go to a battle map, fight it out. Doesn't have to be battle, it could be more spy stuff as well, because that's in there as well. You have to be as quiet as possible to get certain objectives done and so on. And it has this very original, they all have original level up systems and building your character and so on that really spoke to me as well. It looks pretty, miniatures once again, but just the expansive world, not expensive, world really spoke to me. And yeah, even the sessions that I watched, they just got me cautiously excited. I have to still say cautiously, because a lot of those games came out at the same time. A lot of similar games came out. This one, I think, was brighter, spoke more to me aesthetically, for sure. So the company is La Boîte du Jeu. They actually do have a lot of known games, like It's a Wonderful World, right?
Yes.
It's a Wonderful Kingdom. I have the Kingdom, but I don't have the World anymore. I got rid of that one because, anyway, that's not what this is about. It just looks nice. I like the premise. I like the idea, the whole exploration, and the skill set and everything. So yeah, that's why it's my number 14.
That's a good choice.
Oui. Is that a possible crossover?
No, I also own the $1 pledge there.
$1. So many dollars.
I know.
You're just looking like this.
It's a way to stop me.
All the Kickstarter pledges. We all get $1.
Like I say, my 13, I'm pretty sure it's not on your list. And
Monopoly.
no, and it's a very controversial one.
Oui.
It's Cyberpunk 2077.
No.
And again, because it's very similar to Godfather. I think it was because Godfather board game was also produced by Simon. So I think it was born from that. And it's a dudes on a map game, 2 area control game with different types of workers, and you can hire and build up. The aesthetic's great. I love the game, and there's an interesting combat system.
But it is a lot like The Godfather.
It had its original roots, they say.
Because The Godfather I really like.
I know that, but I think it's a little heavier than that. Apparently, also has like a branching stories system.
Yeah.
This one here, and the art is beautiful, or at least the aesthetics right, and there's asymmetric powers, asymmetric gangs.
It's a surprise I really like The Godfather, because the last time I played it with you,
we all nailed you, didn't we?
Well, not you or a couple of others. One person nailed me because of a vendetta across other games, and I was so close to winning. But Vendetta fits with the theme. So, but I did buy it afterwards. I played multiple times after that.
Yeah, it's a great game, and that's I think this game is far more evolved. But I think they said that the genetic makeup is still there.
Yeah. Well, I bought the video game on my PS4, and people with a PS4 will probably know, like, ouch. And apparently you do have a free upgrade to PS5, but I don't have a PS5. So maybe if I had played it, I would have pledged it. But then other games like Borderlands, I don't know if you backed that. I didn't back that. But, the IPs that board games ruin, there are a lot of them.
But again, it's Simon, and they...
I'm not saying this one. I'm just saying because this one I saw, but then I didn't feel connected to the theme. So that's why I passed up on it. But now that I hear it has its roots in The Godfather, I'm like, maybe I should play it. Oh, this is costing me money. Okay. All right, that was number 13, was it? Okay. My 13, a very big reason is visually, because it looks really amazing, and I like the idea of the whole game. I should probably say the name.
Yes.
The name is City of the Great Machine. So I like the idea that you have. It looks fantastic. Not steampunk style, and the fact that you can move the city around as well at certain times, which I think is really original. I have a couple of games. Well, I have one game at home that has that too, Sorcerers and Stones, but it's not a good game. Not a very good game anyway. But they have that idea as well, and that is cool when you can do that, because it gives you a lot of options. The whole rising up against the machine.
It's kind of a Bioshock feel, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly. It's probably not a good thing to talk about in Hong Kong, but yeah, and the fact that if you go to a certain area, you can only do a certain amount of things, because it might cause, it might have attention, get attention from the machine and the people it sends out, and they have to defeat those people as well, if I'm not mistaken, the minions and everything.
It has a unique AI system.
Yeah, and all the different characters have their different abilities.
Yes.
Reminds me just a little bit of In Too Deep, because all those different guys also have different characters that you have to try to solve a puzzle. That's the only thing that it.
But it's cooperative, though.
Yeah, true. Yeah. So yeah, the Studio of Great Machine. I think it looks amazing. I'm surprised it was this high, honestly. But I just like steampunk, and then the whole idea, and then the moving parts.
Yes.
Yeah, it just works.
I also backed it on my list, but I think it was a really good campaign. It was a very attractive campaign.
Oh, yeah. They knew how to sell it, for sure.
Okay.
Sucker am I, hopefully not.
Okay, my number 12. It looks like I'm excited about this because I think it's another step up from a game I really love, which is Western Legends. So this is Bantam West.
Oof. Oh, okay. Yeah. I remember that one.
It's basically, it looks like it's a sandbox game. It looks like it's more complicated, more story driven. You also you can build and you can develop certain areas, player powers.
It's
a survival game.
It's the one where you have 4 set characters, right? And you choose one, is it?
There are set characters you choose from, yes.
Yeah.
With managers, and I think they different starting deck and things like that.
Yes, yeah.
Because I think it's also a bit of a deck builder.
Yeah.
And you you can go hunting, you can recruit people, you can build, you can do skill checks, movements. It looks like it's a far more advanced Western Legends.
Yeah.
Because, we all love Western Legends. I know you do as well. Mm-hmm. But I do think it can be a little simplistic.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
So something meatier in that theme. And I love sandbox games. So I'm pretty excited about it.
Well, I didn't back it because I didn't like the idea of having to choose a character. You know what I mean? I'd rather, what I like about Western Legends is you have this person, okay, it's already a character, but then you can choose whatever you want to do.
But you still get those cards, personal missions.
Yeah, I know it sounds like a silly reason, but it's like, I don't want to be the merchant. I want to be
then don't pick the
Carl
merchant.
or whatever.
Then don't pick the merchant.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, it's when you play the game 4 times, you played all 4, and then it's like you're playing something again. And that's why, everything else of the game I thought was really cool, but then we all have different reasons why we don't, get into it. Yeah. But I can imagine if I play it, I might be like, actually, I love being the merchant. But you have to make choices.
I was in check. Are you still stuck with that role? Can't you divert?
What do you mean?
Or if you're the merchant, are you stuck with as being the merchant? Can't you divert?
Probably you can, because it's a deck builder, right? Yeah. So you can go different directions. But it's more like, what my point I'm making is, if you have X amounts of games you've backed and you have to decide which ones you're going to keep, your reasons aren't always...
Yeah, you find you're looking for reasons not to back.
There was a spelling mistake.
Yeah, we've all been there.
Talking about spelling mistake, there was one on Resurgence in the back.
Oh, really? I didn't notice.
Yeah, one word is double, and I said it in my unboxing. the only time I read anything. I was like, But not that I care, honestly. No. I really don't. It's just funny. Okay, that was 12, right?
Yep.
Maybe you have the next one, but maybe it might be higher. I don't know.
Let's see what it is.
I'm pretty sure you backed it. Hegemony.
It's not on my list, but I did back it. I am excited about it.
Lead your class to victory.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on your list.
It's not in the top 20.
Not in the top
It's
20.
definitely on my list, yes.
Okay.
It was very close.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's my honorable mention.
Yeah, it's an mention.
Okay, so for this one, just the idea of having the different classes in society and then manipulating it and making sure your class, comes out on top and so on. I think it has a huge replayability in that case as well.
Totally asymmetric, win conditions. Yeah, I think it's a great choice because I'm surprised you backed it. I didn't think it was your type of game.
Me too, because normally it's I'm very shallow. No, but I mean it is more like you say it goes into the political direction, obviously, but it appealed to me nonetheless because I'm always interested in playing any different types of games, and this one spoke to me more than others. Like for example, I also have Twilight Struggle. While at the beginning of my board game career, I couldn't imagine having that, and I really enjoyed that a lot as well. So I don't know. It's good to get out of your comfort zone from time to time, I guess. It also has this extra booklet, which I like, that they give all this extra information about everything.
Yes. So it shows they really researched it, and all the mechanics are based on theory and
genotype. If you played that before,
yes, of course.
They did that too, because they also have this whole booklet in there about genes and everything and how everything. So it is. I like it. I like it when you see there's so much effort into it. I mean, I shouldn't say that because otherwise people might say, "I just add a booklet and I'll buy it." They won't. I'm not that.
I think you're right. It's just the theme is developed. It's interesting. It's unique, and you can see they put a lot of thought into it. And the 4 asymmetric powers will be grounded and interesting. That way. So I think it's a good choice.
Yeah. I'm really curious to see how, when you play, that you really say like, okay, I really feel like this was my.
Yeah, and then the thing is like, so you can be the corporatist, right? So in some ways you start to, by role playing the corporatist, you start understanding why they would make certain decisions.
Yeah.
And it's a good way to understand the world.
And then the next game you have to switch again and be like, man, screw them.
Then you become the people, the workers.
Yeah.
No, I think I'm also very intrigued by the game.
Yeah. So I was also surprised it's that high, but it's just, I think it's also because it's out of my comfort zone. So I'm really curious to see how much I'm gonna like it.
And it's interesting because on the surface it's very dry theme.
Yeah, but it doesn't look bad though.
It looks great, and also it's such a dry theme, but it looks so interesting at the same time. So it's a good choice.
Oh, well, thank you.
I'm impressed.
At least one of them.
Yeah,
it's a good choice.
It only took you 10 choice.
Yeah.
To get number 12.
Yeah.
My number 11 is probably more superficial. It's Hell the Lost Saga.
Ah, yeah. But okay, sure. Go ahead first. Go ahead.
Well, yeah, okay. It's the theme. This this fantasy adventure horror type Nordic theme. That's scenario based. That it's resource management as well. And get the miniatures, exploring the terrain. I just think tactical combat.
Yeah.
Now, whether the game will come out, who knows? If the company still exists.
That's exactly what I was going to say. I didn't back it because there were red flags, and I was very close to. Because sometimes I'm like, you know what? It's not because all you guys are not happy that it can't work for me. But in this one, I didn't pull the trigger.
Yeah, so I didn't do Darkest Dungeon. I was tempted by that one too.
No, I didn't back the Darkest Dungeon because I played the game and then I got tired of it fairly quickly because I wanted to have. The system I'm not crazy about.
Also, Darkest Dungeon solo, you have to play four-handed.
Oh, yeah.
That was insane.
Yeah, exactly.
But I have hope on this one. This was only an 11 because I really think, there's a lot of potential for this game.
Well, the advantage is if it does come out, I'm sure many people decided not to bite the bullet. Yes. And then if it does come out and it is awesome, then it's time to gloat. Yeah. You're like,
I just think it's a really beautiful game.
Guess what arrived? Okay, for the next, so my last one.
Yes.
This just seemed so freaky to me and so special that I just wanted it because it has different ways of getting victory points and so on, or winning, different ways of winning. It's Darkest Doom.
I don't know the game.
the Darkest Doom is coming, right? It's trying to basically take over the world and everything, and you are trying to stop it. But you can also just say, you know what? I'm not going to stop it. I'm going to try and help the Darkest Doom succeed. So you can actually get corrupted and actually help the game win. You can actually change your allegiance, so to speak. You're trying to win, but you're also all of you are trying to stop the corruption, the darkness, right? The doom. Reminds me of Invader Zim. But so that's what you're trying to do. But then you can get corrupted, and then suddenly you're trying to work against other people and trying to, and just the art is so strange. It's so special. Reminds me more of like the fantasy style of JRPGs, not the humans, but more like the
Yes.
And then the miniatures are just amazing as well. I remember watching several videos of it and thinking it was really interesting because you can also lay traps. You yourself are a guardian. You have your skills that you can also improve. But just the fact that at any time, anyone at the table can suddenly decide, you know what, screw this, I'm going to go the other way. And then suddenly, it will change the dynamic. But I'm not going to lie, the biggest draw is the whole aesthetics, the story around it, and it seems the very intriguing gameplay. It's
Is it
by
first-time producers?
I was about to say it's I was about to check. I should say
I know nothing about
it's by GameStart, and they have created 10 Kickstarters. LED game top. Not really, just more tabletops and miniatures. That's what they've created. Yeah, modular tiles, fantasy world creators, no real actual games. So, I don't know. It is a gamble.
So we'll see who gets the game first. Me with Hell or you with this one?
So far, so good. I haven't heard much bad or much good about it. It hasn't been on my radar much, so I guess we'll see. But yeah, it's mostly just like the very special setting, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it competitive or cooperative?
I'm gonna say it's competitive.
Okay.
Competitive strategy game, 1 to 4 players.
Okay,
There you go.
that makes it more interesting.
Yeah, but in the end, you're all trying to stop the darkness anyway. So I guess
so
whoever stops
semi-co-op.
it better, whatever.
Semi-co-op.
Yeah, it doesn't stay co-op by and it's also solo.
So that if you realize you're not going to win, so you can change to the dark side. And
Yeah, and it says here, dark fantasy setting inspired by 17th century Europe with anthropomorphic animals. Blah.
okay.
Just watch the video, and you'll find out more. Okay, that was our top, 20 to 11.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
No crossovers in that.
Yeah, but then we all know when it's 10 to 1, it's going to be 9 crossovers. Probably not.
I don't know anymore. I'm not so.
Okay, well, we're going to stop here. We'll see you in 5 minutes because we're really going to do 10 to 1. So, my name is Joachim.
Evangelos. First time, man.
We'll see you next time. This was So Many Games at a Time. Subscribe, like, do the bell thing. Okay, bye.
Cheers.